It's time for Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys.
Forgive us, Father, for we are about to sin and be very naughty boys.
I do have another story to tell you that just happened today.
Oh yeah? What's that, sweetheart?
Yeah, all right. So I go downstairs to go get lunch today. And I come back and my boss, both my boss and my assistant manager are talking. And they see me walk in and they're like, "Oh, Brandon, come over here real quick." And I'm like, "Oh, great. What's going on?" It's one of those things that, usually when they it rarely things go wrong, but it was one of those things like he called me over and I was immediately like, all right, what happened? What kind of drama just happened that I need to be privy to? And so I'm in charge of one of the many things that I'm in charge of is putting together the playlist that plays over the speakers in the store. Because we were in a pickle.
Have a good taste in music.
Thank you. I do. And I know I do. Fuck you, Mark. And I do. And so,
I like the Beatles. I have good taste in music.
Oh, shit.
Mark, can you even name a full album by somebody?
Yes.
Okay.
Daft Punk. They did an album for Tron Legacy.
Can you name some songs from it for me?
Uh-oh.
There was the song that went boom, 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 boom. Okay, a real album.
Yes.
To Be a Master. It's the Pokemon album.
Okay, give me some names. Give me some title names.
Well, there was To Be a Master.
Okay, good. You got one.
Which is where the title of the album came from. There was the Poke Rap, obviously.
Okay.
There was also okay, hold on. Let me actually think about this for a second. There's the Essential Beatles album.
Okay, so give me some essentials.
Blackbird.
Okay.
There is also oh my gosh, I can't remember what the full title is, but it's the Silver Hammer.
Okay.
There is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Band or some shit like that.
Okay.
Let's see.
Did you just look up the playlist that's on online right now called Essential Beatles? And you're
I'm legit just naming songs that I know from the album.
Okay.
I can turn on my camera right now. You can see I'm looking at my TV because I'm playing Toy Story 3. Let's see. There was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Obviously, that's an essential.
I like that you pull out Maxwell's Silver Hammer as an essential, even though it's not an essential.
I fucking love that song. It's essential for me.
Right, but that's not on an album, an Essentials album.
Oh, I thought. Oh no, I'm thinking of the anthology where it was just like all the collected.
Yeah. The anthology's different.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I am the asshole in this situation, and I'm very well aware. And you called me out of my bullshit, okay?
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
called me out of my bullshit, and I answered with things that I. You know what's funny?
You went too hard trying to act like you knew something, and immediately I'm like, this guy's full of shit.
This guy is the biggest piece of full of shit ever.
All right, but so anyways, I'm in charge of putting music onto the playlist that we use for work. I vet all the songs. I check all the lyrics to make sure that they're okay.
Because they can't say the fuck word?
Right.
Damn it.
Anyways, I come in to the gift shop. My boss calls me over and is like, hey, it's not a big deal, but it is something that happened. Somebody was in here earlier while you were gone getting food, and they complained about one of the songs, and we need you to. We think it's best if we just take it off just for the sake of it. I'm like,
What song was
I'm
it?
like, oh, okay. Consider, and I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, considering I vet all the songs, and I tend to be very cautious about what I put on, and I play it safe while trying to toe the line as much as I can, because I think it's ridiculous to, be overly sensitive, especially when it comes to like music and stuff. Like, but
Taking off your shirt in a gift shop, I feel you.
And I'm speaking from the perspective as somebody who's a musician and has a passion for music. It's not just like I like listening to the radio. Like that's fine. You can listen to the radio, but like I take it a little. I'm very passionate about music.
We know. We all know.
I know, but I'm just explaining for the people listening.
Oh, they know. You make that very clear, bud.
And I'm like, all right. So, what did they say? And they were like, and my boss was like, well, they didn't say anything like directly about what was playing, but they made a snide comment. And I was like, okay, so what? All right, well, what was the song? And my boss was like, oh, it's Cherry Bomb by the Runaways.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what?
It's one of my fucking favorite songs.
I was like, that song was on the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
You good, bud?
Like on the soundtrack, like that.
It's a kid-friendly fucking song.
I was like, everybody knows that song. And my boss is like, well, yes, and I totally see it that way. I see nothing wrong with the song at all. But this person came in and was making a snide comment about, not being like this, and I don't even know directly what this person said. They just said, so here's what my boss told me in his cut down version of whatever this person said, because I don't know, so I'm repeating it from a secondary source who is not telling me exactly what they said. He said that the person made a snide comment about how she comes in and is always surprised at the weird, nasty music that she hears playing in our gift shop. And I immediately, I'm just like, who the fuck said that about the music that I curated and put together for this goddamn store? Who called my taste in music nasty? I don't care. You can call my music weird. That's fine. I got weird shit. I don't have weird shit playing in the gift shop though. Like, it's pretty safe. Yeah, there's some weird like instrumentals and stuff that are playing, but because they have like interesting breakdowns where they start getting into some diminished chords and like odd avant-garde kind of stuff.
Yeah, you lost me with a lot of that wordage, but continue.
So it's whatever. Just weird. It gets a little weird sometimes. They're in the groove. They're in the pocket. They're exploring the sound and the space, and they come up with interesting things.
Right.
But there's like 4 of those songs in a playlist that has over 200 songs. Because I don't want nasty. Because I don't want people to hear the same song when they come in every time. I want to limit that. I want people to hear something different. So every time they come into the store, they have a different kind of emotional experience or just kind of something happening differently in the background.
Bro, it's a hospital gift shop.
Yes, I don't. Right, which is why I don't want it getting like people be like, look, it's not like a normal store where a majority of the people come in maybe once a month, maybe once a week. Like right. We're not a fucking like Forever 21 or something where people come in when they need to buy like a new outfit. Like our clientele, the people that we are servicing are people that come in on a daily basis.
Right.
So I want to do things that are going to break their rut and break them out of like their normal headspace. And music is a huge part. Yeah, music is a huge part of like breaking down barriers and people's emotional response to it. So I've got from like Elvis, Beatles to John Mayer, like John Mayer, AJR. I've even got
David
Daft
Matthews?
Punk on there. No, I don't have David Matthews, but I really should put some on there. I've been trying to get like a good like David Matthews song that I'm like, I like this. This is okay because I'm not a big David Matthews fan, but I get why people are.
Oh, I was just kidding. I have no idea what fucking.
But like, I've got like just straight up like Stevie Ray Vaughan and Prince, and like just tons of other like. I've got like my favorite artists on there, and then I've got like other stuff on there that I'm like, this is some new stuff like that I just found that is really cool and it's moving up the charts and people really like this song and stuff. And so, because I like to keep it fresh and I like to keep it interesting. And this person just says like every time that they come in that the music is weird and nasty. And immediately I'm like, okay, so this person who complained has to be, I'm thinking like, they're probably in their 60s. They're probably a little bit older. Not that I'm saying that all people in that age bracket are like super like, hard on any modern music or anything, or maybe a skosh too conservative for whatever reason. But it turns out this person was like in their 30s. and immediately I legitimately looked at my boss and I go, oh, so they're just fucking awful at parties. They are just a terrible person and they have awful taste in music. And they probably want me to just play gospel music all day so I make them feel better. And I started just getting ramped up and getting angrier and angrier. And Mark, and both of you both know this person, so you know that this person finds when I get angry and start getting ramped up, it is usually humorous to them.
Yeah.
And even
Brendan, I'm gonna be real with you. Most of us find it kind of humorous when you get amped up.
That's fine. I understand. But so anyways, I had to take off. I ended up taking it off the playlist.
Look, man, as much as I love giving you shit, like that really fucking sucks because I know how much work you put into your.
And now, granted, it's one thing that here's, in all honesty, the thing that drove me like up the wall, the thing that made me go from like I'm moderately irritated, but whatever, I'm gonna poke fun at this. Oh, you want to make me take off this feminist like anti-establishment rock song by an all-girl group? Okay, wow, like you're like it's classic rock. It's on like every greatest soundtrack of all time, and you're making me take it off because somebody got their feelings hurt. Like, it's like, oh, whatever. But like, I'm kind of like leading into it and being like extra, like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll take it off. That's dumb. But it was the fact that this person called my music weird, and like, you can call my music weird. That's fine. I find that kind of. Like, whatever.
You're fucking weird, dude.
You find some music that I listen to weird? Yeah. Guess what? I find it weird too, and that's a lot of times what I find attractive about it. But for somebody to call my music nasty, I'm like, fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
The only time I'll ever say that. The only time I'll ever say that, Brandon, is like if you give me like a really good like
a sexy
song, like a metal
you give me
song.
like you play something like sexy or something that goes like hard and you go, oh damn, that is nasty.
Yeah,
and
'cause,
like but you're like into it, and like you're getting like you're like in like a sick groove.
Yep. That's the
Yeah.
only time I'll ever see.
That's
I'm going to be honest with you.
different.
I desperately hope I never have to hear Key go, "Oh, that's nasty."
Oh, dude, I do that when I hear that from a metal band. When I hear like a very fucking filthy, nasty breakdown, I'm just like, oh my god, that's so filthy and so nasty. It's great.
I've heard him do it.
I'm
It's
going to
pretty great.
reiterate. I hope that I never have to hear you say that.
Again.
Like that felt nasty hearing you say it.
But yeah. So anyways, it's just one of those things, like it set me off, and I was way, like, right now I'm playing it off like I'm kind of cool, calm, and collective. But like earlier today, like I legit was fuming. I was like, it was so bad. Like I had to, like, I was sitting there. I was like, it's a good thing. Like I'm literally sitting there with my lunch. Like just went like, I'm supposed to be eating lunch right now, and you're
just like, that's a fucking good thing that fucking cunt wasn't there when I got there.
I told my boss, I was like, you are very lucky that I wasn't the person that she said that to, because I would have gone off. And he's just straight up like, oh, I know.
Oh, I know. You know what you should do just to fuck with him one time?
Like, hey, you know how you've been, like, we need somebody, I'm not going to be here as much. I found somebody who I really feel like can replace me and like really make sure this place like stays good. You just show up in a suit.
Hey guys, if you just can't get enough of Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys, you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SR Sleepy Boys. Or you can check out our YouTube channel, Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys. You can also find us on Spotify, Radio Public, Anchor, Breaker Radio, and coming soon, Apple Podcasts.